Hi guys, my name is Brian Leni. I'm the editor and founder of Junior Geography Premium. Today we're presenting at Metals Investors Forum Day 1, and with me I have Simon Dyakowski, CEO of Aztec Minerals. Simon, thanks for being with us today. So before we get into more details, how about you give us an overview of Aztec?
Sure, and thanks a lot for having us and inviting us to the Metals Forum this weekend, Brian. So Aztec Minerals, we're a mineral exploration company focused on two projects. We have the Tombstone Silver District, which is a joint venture in southeastern Arizona in the US, and the Cervantes Gold Copper Porphyry Project, which is in eastern Sonora in Mexico. Both of these projects we have developed up from prospects now to discoveries, and we're advancing both of them in tandem. They both sit in joint ventures. We own 75% of Tombstone and 65% of Cervantes. Recently, we've had some good drill success at our Cervantes project in eastern Sonora, and that's attracted an investment from a mid-tier gold producer, Alamos Gold. We closed that financing last week, and we're now well funded to advance that project, and we have funds on hand as well to advance Tombstone. So we'll be working on both projects over the back half of 2022 here, and advancing both towards preliminary resource estimates and hopefully uncovering some more exploration upside at the same time.
Okay, and you have had some really great drill results, something that caught Alamos's eye. That's why they took 10%. Can you go through and kind of touch on what you've done at Cervantes? Why did Alamos take such a keen interest?
Sure. So we've been working on the Cervantes project for a number of years now. The initial drill campaign happened when we were earning our option to our 65% joint venture back in 2017-18, and we focused in on what's known as the California zone at the Cervantes project. And just to back up a little bit, Cervantes is a large 3,600 hectare land package which has 11 separate porphyry gold copper targets on it. So California was the strongest target by far. We went in back in 2018, drilled 3,000 meters about, and hit from the collar on almost every single hole wide widths between 50 and 150 meters of grades averaging kind of 0.5 to 0.7 to 0.8 grams oxide gold on average. So we basically went back in last year, raised some money to go and follow up on that. And step out from that initial discovery, the California zone, and subsequent to that drill program, we've now hit on another approximate 22 holes, and we've validated that initial discovery. We've expanded it. We've yet to find the limits, and we drilled our best hole of the project's history in that campaign. That was hole 5 this year, which averaged about 1.49 grams gold over 137 or so meters. So that attracted Alamos to come in. They operate a mine about 50 kilometers to the east of us. That's Mulatos. That is the mine that basically built their company about 15 years ago. So they are probably the most experienced group in heap leach gold mining in that part of the world. So we're very, very pleased to have them in as a strategic investor. We're forming an exploration committee with them, so they'll be of great value in helping us continue to develop this project.
Yeah, it's an excellent move that they've made, and as an investor, I'm really happy with that move. So Cervantes has got the most of the attention for you guys over the last 3 or 4 months, but I don't think Tombstone should be overshadowed because you had some great results from there, last fall. So can you cover Tombstone and what you guys did there?
Absolutely, and it's not a secondary project by any means. We're equally excited about both of our projects, and Tombstone saw a lot of work between 2020 and 2021. We did 2 RC drill campaigns there, and we like the project for 2 reasons. So primarily it is 40 miles away from the Taylor Hermosa discovery made by Arizona Mining back in 2015, which ultimately led to their buyout by South 32 for, I think it was 1.8 billion Canadian dollars back in 2018. The biggest, one of the biggest mining deals of the last decade. Was Richard Wark and Don Taylor behind that. So what we've done is we've picked up the next nearest past producing silver district to Hermosa, which hosted the Taylor discovery within a similar geological setting. So what we have at Tombstone is we have an oxide zone, an epithermal gold silver zone, shallow. So this would be consistent with the historic silver mining that the district saw between 1880 and 1940, where 32 million ounces of silver were mined out of small mantos and veins. And the bulk of which coming from the contention zone, which is where we have drilled off now with about 44 drill holes over the last 2 years, a nice footprint, about 900 meters north-south and up to 250 meters wide of some solid leachable grades. A highlight hole last year, 65.5 meters, 3.4 grams. So we're getting anywhere between 50 and 100 meters of a gram gold equivalent on average material. That's just at the top. That's the oxide zone. Beneath that is kind of where the big prize might reside. And we've identified with an AMT survey a giant conductive body right below the center of the pit, about 600 meters deep. And it's not been drilled by anyone. It hasn't been within a few hundred yards of a drill hole, except for one at the very north end of the pit back in 1989, Santa Fe Mining. They cut 7 meters of 9.1% lead zinc, 0.6% copper, an ounce of silver, and some minor gold. And this is a full 500 meters north of the big giant conductive anomaly that we found. So at Tombstone, we plan to continue to expand the first aspect of the project, which is that epithermal gold silver zone. That's still open at depth, open to east and west. And then we plan to do some deeper drilling and test that anomaly and see if there are any similarities to the Taylor Hermosa CRD massive sulfide discovery. So, quite a nice upside to that project. And we've already proven out a significant mineralized zone with our 44 drill holes over the last 2 years.
Excellent. So you've got the strategic investment by almost 10%, $3 million. You guys have a bunch of money. What does the second half of the year look like for Aztec?
So we just closed that financing, and we're right now in the process of formalizing our budgets for both projects. But the plan at this time is to go back into Cervantes, continue to drill off that oxide cap. So stepping off from the pattern that we've already drilled, and also drill deeper. So test the sulfide targets at depth. So a meaningful program at Cervantes until the weather turns there in the late summer. And then at Tombstone, we plan to drill core in the fall, so September, October timeframe, and a program touching on those two aspects that I just mentioned, expanding the shallow gold-silver zone and testing the deeper CRD-style targets. So we should see both of those programs over the back half of the year, and barring a change or a large discovery, we should have the makings of initial resource estimates on both projects towards the end of the year.
Very good. Okay, guys, I think it's pretty clear why I'm an investor in Aztec Minerals and why they're a pick of Junior Stockton Premium. The value proposition is very high, and I think the second half of the year is going to be game-changing for Aztec. Thank you very much for watching, and let us know if you have any other questions.